Hey everybody, this is Extreme Travesty and welcome back to another episode of Metroid Prime Blind. In the last episode, we got the Artifact of World from the Chozo Ruins and we returned to Phazon to get to that mobile source, and I needed to take an alternate route. Again, this is post-commentary as mentioned in my last video because I screwed up the audio for these two videos while I was recording, and you'll hear me bitch about it plenty in the next episode, believe me. So, going on this alternate route, I decided I wanted to deactivate these turrets rather than destroy them all. But getting to that scan wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. And that's where I hit it. Took quite a bit of damage doing it, but I just wanted to deactivate all those turrets. So now I come into this room. This is where I stopped practically in the last time I went this way because I felt like I couldn't move on. Of course, the Metroids have taken over this area, so there's really not much I could have done about their attack. Because once I opened that containment area, oh boy. Yeah, once I opened that containment area with the Metroids, they took over this area and took out the pirates. Now I knew this was the alternate route to go, but once I hit that one spot I got confused again. Well, I'll get to it when I get to it. That one was about to attack me. That one was too, but I dodged it. The way the Metroids die just seems a little too crazy. They just explode. They don't like just die. They just explode. You gotta feel kind of bad for them. But at the same time, they're trying to kill you, so there's really not much you can feel bad about. So I'm doing the map check here to make sure that I was actually in the right direction, because you can obviously tell that that arrow links up to the other arrow that was on the other part of the map where I need to go. So I'm looking around here, and I'm a tad confused on how I'm supposed to get across. Because there's no grapple beam, I can't walk through Phazon, but I can't seem to see anything going on. It takes me a while to realize that there's sparks on the wall. I try to scan it, but obviously there's no doing good in scanning it. So I take a look in my x-ray visor and I can plainly see there were hidden platforms, and that's where the sparks are coming from. So now I've found my way across. Let me just switch page here because I'm onto a like 3 pages of notes here on a sticky note. So now that I knew that there were some invisible platforms to take, I can venture forth. And I fail miserably at trying to hit this Metroid with an ice beam. Only because it's a moving target and I don't have it locked onto me until I do that. So now I'm thinking, well, is it the same thing here? Are there more invisible platforms? As I pull my x-ray visor out about, well, let's see, right now, okay, there's another invisible platform which takes me over to those spider tracks. So obviously I'm starting to get the hang of it now. And now, there's a new door, which I stupidly shoot with a power beam twice. And now we're in a completely new area. Now I see these little enemies and I'm thinking, did I scan these before? Are these the same ones I've seen? Yes, they are. So, instead of just messing with them, I just go straight through it, take some damage, why not? Find a new lift. This will take me to level 3. And again, big window, I'm looking out. Another deep impact. And an area up there which looks like it could be the artifact temple. Not sure, but it could be. So now I'm at level 3, and I can well, I checked the map a little too soon. But once I got to this, I checked that map, and it's easy to tell that this is the way that I needed to take. So what do? I continue. What else do you want me to do? Take a look down below. It's all Phazon and a few mushrooms. But I decide, just go through the door. Let's get this over with. And once again, we run into the Hunter Metroids, which seem to be absorbing plasma. So it looks like the Hunter Metroids absorb plasma. I'm not exactly sure why, but ice clearly helps. Now, for some reason, I didn't think it was the same one, but when I scanned it again, it was the same one. And I tried to read, see if it was immune to anything, but I couldn't find anything. But since ice has been working so well, just decide to take it into my own hands. And of course, there is another glider. We've seen this thing before. Somehow I hit that. Somehow I hit it on that one. Need that health there. Give me another energy tank. So now I'm looking, which way do I need to go? I'm pretty sure there's only one way to go. Let's just wait for the glider to get into position. It will stop for me. And I show up in this room. Why did I shoot? So I show up and obviously there's Bendesium in my way. I've already seen this plenty of times to know what to do. So then I get into another one of these little things and I think, okay, I can go by, and then that platform disappeared. So now I know I have to be fast. So I charge my boost and go. And I make it. Now I feel like there's something down here. But I just did that for the hell of it. There may be something down there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to go after it later. But I can't right now because of Phazon. And now we go into a darker room, so my thermal visor will be pretty decent here. Still plenty of Metroids just flying around. They seem to be taking over this area pretty dang well. Because unlike the pirates, they don't die to Phazon. Phazon just kind of merges with them a little bit. Or something. Why I'm failing horribly at getting that Oh, no. I was failing horribly at getting that Metroid under ice, but seem to have taken a chance there. Still trying to get that one. Failing miserably. Need to get closer. Let it lock onto me. It's like, hey, I'm right here. Come and attack while I freeze you. Why did I let that one get so close to me is beyond me. That one was a little more understandable. Now, my phone going off while I'm doing postcom, even though this room I kind of had a little bit of an issue with, only because of confusion. I went this way, and I was like, okay, this is a room to like a safe station, right? Well, I went to look at it, and I was wrong. I had never scanned a missile station yet, but it's a good thing I went here. Could use a missile resupply. I have 100, and I realized I have 110 missiles at this point. It's like, okay. Now, how am I going to get across here? First thought, my first thought to get across this was a leap of faith. And obviously that failed. So obviously it looks like I need the glider to get across there. But for some reason, I get a little bit confused on how to make my way back because of the phazon. Because I have to make my way back to climbing. A little bit tired on this post-com, but what are you going to do? It's just me figuring out my path back. Can't get up there. Can't reach the glider from down here. Obviously can't reach that mushroom from here. I just wish I could just climb up there and just skip this whole thing. Right? Well, it's not that easy. Like, what did I even step in there? Was that even phazon? Had to have been, because I took damage. And there you can see I can't reach the glider from where I'm standing. So I have to take a risk and go through phazon just to get back to where I need to go. So now I've made my way back, I need to climb again. Pull out my thermal visor so I don't miss the mushrooms. But here's the funny part. Time my swing, jump on the mushroom, only to fall back off. I overjumped the mushroom just a bit. There's a space between the mushroom and the wall, and I overjumped it. So now I have to make my way back yet again. And for some reason, like, sometimes when I do the grapple beam, I go into a ball right away. I don't understand why I do it. Maybe it's just my control issue, but, you know. That time I made sure I landed. That time I made sure that I was there. Now this got weird, because I could hear those electric thingies, but you can't see them. So, why are they just dropping? You turn on thermal, you obviously can't see them. Turn on X-ray, and they're clear as day. So since I knew plasma beam was the best for the, or wave beam was the best for these, just took my time to take all three of them out. Get some health back while I'm at it. That kind of clears out this room of all those enemies. There's so much beam switching, it's not even funny. I find myself in this room, where I have the absolute right weapon for this job. I've pretty much almost passed by most of the notes I've taken. So now it's just me defeating enemies trying to just get through this room. Because I obviously don't want to be shot while I'm trying to spider ball. For some reason I can't unball. Okay. So then I take a look at my surroundings one more time. I use the X-ray visor just in case of an invisible platform, which there doesn't seem to be one, so how do I get across there again? After much deliberation and a lot of looking around, I see a grapple beam hook that I have to actually jump for. Easy peasy. And ball. For whatever reason on the landing. I have to stick that landing, man. I need to use the ball. Override that shield. Take down this enemy. And a weapon switch, because I can't defeat that with a plasma beam. Ugh. And take care of that guy. So now, again, there's 2 doors out. There's one door down there, and there's another door. So for some reason, I ball again. I'm balling, that's what's going on. And we have ourselves a save point. At this point, I would have stopped the video and saved, but right now, I wanted to get through more stuff. So, we continue forth. We just want to recharge. And now the door that I'm looking for is actually... Well, first off, I know the door where the door is, but I need to scan some stuff just to make sure I need stuff, and pirate data. As we continue to observe the development of Project Helix's elite pirates, it becomes increasingly obvious that these warriors will usher in a new era of space pirate dominance. They are incredibly resistant to damage, and their ability to transport and wield so many weapons at once makes them the ideal mainstays for our ground forces. Though they are not as quick as typical pirates, it makes little difference. With a platoon of elite pirates in the vanguard of an army of normal and flying pirates, we will be a near indestructible backbone that should turn the tide in any engagement. Probably didn't read that fast enough. I read it better while I was actually playing, but of course my mic was off. And of course now I use the map to make sure that the door is above me, which it is. And more stuff to scan about Phazon and stuff like that. Phazon radiation. Do not enter Phazon area without level B. Is that a B or an 8? Prolonged exposure is 100% fatal. As you have seen probably before. So I make it through this last little bit, and there's another enemy. Just trying to mess with my crap. But he can't deal with me. And you see, I didn't notice this when I started, but there's ice on that thing up there. For some reason I wanted to get up there, but there's ice right there. I shoot it, melt it, and the door will open. And just to be one of those guys, I left you with a cliffhanger. So, thank you all for watching. This is the end of Postcom. In the next episode, we get actual commentary, and we go to the elite quarters. See you guys next time.